Hey everyone. So I wanted to continue the topic on the normal distribution curve. You should have seen this at the very beginning, and if you wanted to print it out, that is up to you. Um, and then you should have also have watched the video that talks about how it is made. The main thing to remember is the 68, 95, 99.7 rule, because if you can remember these three percentages, you should be able to break it down based off of each standard deviation. So I want to use this and give you a couple more examples to go by. So it says the weights of the 50 football players are normally distributed with a mean of 178 pounds and a standard deviation of 8 pounds. So because it says it's normally distributed, we're going to use our normal bell curve. I already have it set up with our percentages, as you can see, but what we need to do first is apply this curve to the problem. It tells you that we have a mean of 178 pounds, so we know that is the center of our curve. And it tells you that a standard deviation of 8 pounds. So as we go to the right of our mean, we are going to increase it by 8 pounds each standard deviation. So we add 8 as we go. Same idea as we go to the left, only it's decreasing. Therefore, we're going to subtract 8 as we go. So the question says, what percent of players weigh between 178 pounds and 194 pounds? So you need to look at your curve and find where 178 pounds begin and 194 pounds end, and look to see our percentages. So we have 34% and 13.5%. Add them together, and you get 47.5% of players weigh between 178 and 194 pounds. Let's do another one using the same problem. So I'm going to keep the curve the same since I already created it. But this says, what is the probability that a player weighs at most 170 pounds? So this is really just another fancy way of saying find the percentage, because if you recall from last week, probability is a percentage. So it says at most 170 pounds, which means 170 is the highest value it goes. So really, it's from 170 and below. But here's where you need to be careful. According to my chart, I have 13.5% and 2.35%. However, that 2.35% does not make up the remaining amount of the curve. That is simply 3 standard deviations away from the mean. We have to account for what comes after that. So we still have 0.15% within that curve that wasn't originally listed on our normal curve. But we still add them together to get a total of 16%. Last one, same problem. It says how many players weigh between 170 pounds and 196 pounds? Be careful with this one. This is not asking for the percentage. It's asking for how many players. So we still started off the same way. Find 170 pounds, find 186 pounds, and we want to see what percentage makes up that weight. However, 68% is not our final answer. 68% is what we are going to use to find how many players weigh between that. So we have 50 football players. 68% of the 50 football players weigh between 170 and 186. So multiply those together and you get 34 players. Oh, good thing. I'm all done.